Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
Nothing but love for you. Nothing but love. Nothing but love.
Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a long time. I feel like we haven't chit-chatted in a little while. I will be leaving the chit-chat for later, but I wanted to do an updated makeup video. I wanted to show you girlies how I've been doing my makeup lately, because I always get asked, what are you using? What do you do? Blah, 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 blah. So I was like, let me put the girlies on one more time. We're gonna be going for my everyday makeup. I can turn this into like a 15-minute to an hour makeup look. So I usually do these steps for a 15-minute makeup when I have to go out quick. Or I can make this a full face beat when I'm going out, you know, with the girls and, you know, some drinks. And when I look cute. If you guys want to go from this to this, keep on watching. The most important thing that I will say before you do your makeup is skincare. Skincare, skincare, skincare. Girlies, if you don't do your skincare, your makeup is not gonna eat. Promise you that. Skincare is the most important thing before you do anything. Honestly, if you want your skin to look really nice, I always recommend skincare, because that's literally the base of everything. So I usually go in with my favorite cleanser, and I do have two, so I brought both of them. I usually go in with the Tatcha Matcha cleanser, or I go in with the La Roche-Posay cleanser.
Roche-Posay. La Roche-Posay. La Roche-Posay.
I don't know, y'all. Y'all know. Y'all get me. But I go in with this or this. I go in with either of these to wash my face. I use these daily. I mainly go with this one, but if I want like a, you know, luxurious moment, or honestly, I use this every day too. So it's either or. I recommend both. So after I wash my face, I go in with a toner. I actually sadly ran out of my toner, but I usually use the Caudalie, I think it's the Vino Perfect toner. I'll show you guys. I don't know the name of it, honestly, but it's the green bottle. Or I go in with the Paula's Choice exfoliant, which I love. And that one's mainly my daily one, because I kind of use it as a toner-ish too sometimes. And then after toner and exfoliating, I go in with my serums. Serums is one of the most important steps of the routine, in my opinion, other than cleansing and double cleansing and all that stuff, because this is what's giving your skin the juice. It's giving everything that your skin is gonna absorb. So recently, for the serums that I've been using the double serum by Clarins, which I've been obsessed with. I love this serum. Ever since I got it, I've been using it every single day, and my skin loves her too. She gives me the most beautiful glow. The glow that you guys are seeing right now, yes, I have some moisturizer on. My moisturizer does give me the most beautiful glow, but I swear to everything, she's that girl. She is that girl. She is that girl. I love her. So I definitely recommend her. She is on the pricier side, but she's that girl. I love a good serum, and I will spend my money on a good serum. And she's a good serum. I'm not gonna lie. And then I go in with the Pink Peptide 12 PDRN serum from the brand TOSOWOONG. They have some great products, and I love this serum. Ever since I've got it sent, I've been using it every day too. She is recently part of the, you know, community too. So then right after my serums, I go in with the eye cream, and one of my favorites, and honestly the only one that I've honestly see a difference in, is the Glow Recipe Vitamin C. I've been using this for years, and I've been swearing by it for years. I absolutely love this eye cream. It actually just it just hydrates my under eyes. I feel like my under eyes are super drying, especially when I put on makeup, and I feel like this hydrates it as much as it can. Do recommend when you do use this eye cream, it's mandatory, and it is mandatory. If you're a skincare girly, you know that the most important part of the skincare routine is your sunscreen, because you doing all that skincare routine and not putting sunscreen is literally like you didn't do shit. You didn't do nothing. You did all of that for nothing. So then after the eye cream, I go in with my favorite moisturizer, and it's the Cica Cream Plus. Guys, I love her, and she's literally in her last drops, so I need to re-up. I actually also got this scent. Honestly, if you're like a little content girly and you get free skincare, trust me, try it out, because sometimes 9 times out of 10 it's a good product. Unless it's like a pimple thing. I feel like pimple things haven't really been a hit for me, but like their serums, their moisturizers, elite. I love them. So I highly recommend all these products, and they will be in the description down below. I highly recommend all you girlies using these products and trying them out, because I recommend them and I definitely feel like they're highly effective. After all that rambling, now let's get the makeup started. I did start with my eyebrows already. I basically do the soap brow method, and what I use is the e.l.f. Brow Lift in clear, because I don't know if it comes in another color, but I usually use this or the Anastasia, but recently I've been using her. She's cost effective and she does the same thing, so I definitely recommend the e.l.f. Brow Lift. She is that girl. And then whenever I want to fill in my brows, I go in with the Anastasia Micro Stroke Brow Pen, and this is in the shade Dark Brown. This is the one that I feel like is closest to my brow hair color, and I don't have them filled in right now at the moment, but if I wanted to, I would. I'm not gonna fill them in today just because that's not really the look I'm going for, but if I really wanted like a little bit more of a bushier brow look, I would definitely fill them in a little bit more where there's, you know, little spaces. Also, I don't have my brows done at the moment because I'm growing them out, because I'm gonna get them laminated. So don't mind them, but I will be concealing them because I am not afraid to put some concealer on some hair. I don't care. Okay, so now that we're gonna clean up the brows, I'm gonna go in with the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer in the shade 2N or N2, and I'm gonna go in with my Melange blending eyeshadow brush. I use this just because it has the smallest, I don't know if you guys can see it, the smallest brush I have, which is super detailed, which I love. And then it has on the other side, it's super dirty, do not mind my brushes. It is a fluffy, so it's easy to, you know, go in, and it's a small fluffy, so I can go in there and, you know, not be afraid of touching my other little hairs, and it helps you be precise. We're gonna get a little close and personal. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna kind of go in with the brush. I always recommend to have like a palette with you that you can just clean off your brow, your brush, just so it can, you know, be precise. Okay, whatever I conceal, I'll sometimes go in back and be like, I wanted that, and then I'll just fill it in with the brow thing. So whatever. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm just gonna, you know, bring the concealer down, and that's kind of like what I do. Usually it'd be cleaner if I had my brows done, but you know, we're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that. Okay, I think we're good, because we don't want to get carried away with the brow. Okay, so we're just going to show you this brow, because this brow ate. Now that we're done with the brows, I know they don't look so pretty because I don't have them done, but usually when I have them done, they eat, I promise. Like, these are pictures when I have my brows done. They eat. And I can't shave them right now because I'm growing them out. Like, you know, I'm trying to be responsible. So I'm not trying to pay attention too much to the brow, because if I do, I'm going to end up cutting them and, you know, shaving them, because I usually shave my brows. So now we're gonna go in with primer. So usually, I don't think I've changed my primer beyond the years. I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Grip Primer because she is that girl. So now I'm gonna go in with the MAC 190 brush and my e.l.f. And I put like, ooh. Okay, so I put usually 2, but some of it just fell. Okay. I go in with my primer and I try to apply it as fast as I can because the grip primer se seca rápido. And sorry guys, so you could put the product.
I'm sorry, I speak Spanglish, so like that's like my life.
So now that I got all the primer on throughout the face, I'm gonna go in with my tinted moisturizer or Charlotte Tilbury glow, anything glowy. So I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal Lumi Glow, and today, because it's summer, I'm gonna go in with a tinted one so I can get that bronzy, you know, sun-kissed look, because a bitch hasn't gotten sun this summer. So I feel like let's make the face look like I have. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on my cheeks. So I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques 200 brush. I was gonna say $200 brush, but I'm just gonna go in and just kind of bronze up my cheekbone area, and then the forehead we're gonna move accordingly. Of course, I'm gonna get makeup on my hair because that's just my life. You know what? Let me add some more pins. Give me a second, guys. I pinned the hair back a little more. So I'm just gonna go in and finish bronzing up my face. And then I'm gonna come back. And if I do, like, let's say a tinted moisturizer like the Charlotte Tilbury or the e.l.f. one, I usually put it around all over my face. But because this is like a little more bronzier look on me, I usually just put it on the surfaces that, you know, just to enhance the bronzier look. But not entirely my entire face, because obviously I wanted to match my body. But you can also just put this here for the vibes. So now for foundation, you guys already know my foundation has not changed. I usually dibble and dabble throughout other foundations, but my main foundation, my Die Hard foundation that I swear by, I'm like, you haven't tried this foundation, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. You gotta try the girl out. If you love a good glowy, your skin but better, or full face glow, beautiful, oh my god, I love me some Haus Labs. Haus Labs. Haus Lab is where it's at. It's one of my favorite foundations. I swear by this foundation. Like all my girls that know me, they know ball, and I always put them on. They're like, oh Gali, what foundation you think I should buy? Haus Labs. Oh, Haus Labs. Haus Lab is my favorite foundation. My favorite foundation is the one that I always recommend everyone because I feel like it looks good on everybody. And a little bit goes a long way, so it will last you a long time, which I love. You know, because a lot of, like, you know, when the girlies spend a little bit of money on the foundation, they'll be like, oh, but it's worth it. I promise you, girls. it's worth it. But we're gonna go in with the House Labs, and I'm gonna use a little bit of two foundations. I'm gonna mix my lightest foundation that I have, which is my winter shade, and then my darkest that I have, which is my summer shade. Lightest is 110 and the darkest is 210, and I'm just gonna mix these both because I feel like I'm not too dark right now where I'm this shade, but I'm also not light because this makes me look super white. So I'm gonna go in with the foundation and we're just gonna cover up the whole face. And like I said, this foundation a little bit goes a long way. And look at the coverage. You guys can just tell the coverage as I'm like going up in my face, like how much coverage it does. And I'm just gonna go in with my beauty blender and just kind of clean up the rough edges. So anything where I feel like there's like streaks of the brush, I'm just gonna go in lightly and kind of just pat it into my skin. So now that I have all the foundation on, I'm giving butter baby, butterscotch baby, I don't know what that's called. But now, before I do anything, I go in with my bronzer, and I like to bronze up my face or contour or anything like that. So I'm gonna go in for contour. I'm gonna go in with my Makeup by Mario in the shade medium. So what I use to contour my face, I'll go in and I'll use the Real Techniques brush in 200, and I have like 4 of these brushes. I use this brush for blush, contour, and sometimes foundation, depending. I feel like recently I have been using it more for like bronzer and blush, but also not all the time. And I'm just gonna do that part, and I kind of just, y'all see where I end, like I kind of just try not to do everything on my face. And this, I always kind of try to blend it up. Same thing on here. I'm gonna try to blend it up. And it's okay if it goes into your blush, because honestly, it kind of just brings it all together. You want everything to kind of look together, seamless together. So I always bring up my bronzer and my contour all the way up to my blush, even almost to under my eye, honestly. Like, I don't care. I want it to look as natural as possible, and I want everything to kind of go in seamlessly together. This side never looks as good as this side, so this is definitely always my good side. Because this side never looks good in my opinion. Or like it does, but then like it doesn't as much. So once I'm done like kind of blending this out, making it look a little better like I want it to, I'll be right back. So now that I did the bronzer or contour, I'm gonna sculpt my cheeks because I love the bone, like the, what's that called, cheekbone look. I love how it looks on my face, and a bitch don't got fillers, so we gotta sculpt it into that. And I know I got like cheekbones because they're right there. You see them? You see them. You see them. Basically, what I do is kind of carve my cheek. As you guys see, I already started it on this side. And basically, I just go in with concealer or my personal favorite, my own foundation that I used before. I don't like it when it looks so light. Like, sometimes I end up doing like the concealer, and you guys will see it in my pictures. It looks lighter, and I hate that sometimes. Like, sometimes it looks cute, and like sometimes if it's like sometimes it really doesn't. So I definitely want to tell you guys, use your foundation. I feel like the foundation kind of gives it the seamless look of like your own face, and it will match the right here, like it'll match everything. We did to this side, we're gonna do this side. And you kind of curve it. gonna kind of do my nose because I noticed I didn't do that. And I'm just gonna go in with the same brush that we were using the contour, and I'm just gonna do this to my nose. I usually just go on the sides and then the other side, and then I give myself a little button nose. I like that. This is what I do. I just go on the top and at the bottom. The top and at the bottom, and then I go like this. And then it gives me the nose I like. And then with this brush, same thing. I'm gonna go in with the concealer brush. The concealer brush. You can use the foundation or the concealer, as now I'm using the foundation. Okay, to brighten that up there. And now we're gonna go in with the blush. Yay! So I think, let me find what blush I want to do, because I don't know. So I definitely want to go with a more pinky blush, and I haven't tried their blushes yet, so I'm gonna try and well, this is the brand Time Fiora. Ooh, Time Fiora. And then this is in the shade Mystic Magic. So I don't use this blush normally, but usually when I'm doing my makeup, I use any blush that I find. My like go-tos are Makeup by Mitchell or Juvia's Place, but today I want to do a little different blush that I usually don't use, so I'm gonna try this one. So I'm gonna go in, and I don't know how pigmented this is, but we haven't done concealer, so we're good. And we're gonna do three. And I always do a little less on this side than on this side because of my rosacea. So it doesn't look like I have more blush on one side than the other. Okay guys, I was just like sister mode. I thought my sister was like in danger, but she's not. Okay, so I absolutely love this blush. And with my blush, it's low-key a color corrector. So I always put my blush under my eyes. Because trust, it's gonna make your concealer look way better. I feel like I can add a little bit more. I know I have blush blindness. I like a bunch of blush. I'm not gonna lie. So this is what I usually do, and I kind of go in with my bronzer, and then I will interchange between the blush and the bronzer, because then it will give it that seamless look, and you guys will see what I'm talking about in a bit. Give me a sec. For this part, I'm low-key gonna just grab the brush. This is what I usually do. I'm kind of just showing you guys what I do during my makeup, so I go back and forth throughout everything. And I'm obsessed with this blush. I don't think the camera is capturing how beautiful this blush is. And the skin is giving. Let's have a moment for the skin. Now I'm gonna go in back with my bronzer brush, and I'm just gonna kind of tap in and kind of bring all the blush and bronzer together, if that makes sense. Kind of smooth out the harsh lines between the concealer, the blush, the bronzer, just kind of smoothing out and giving it that seamless look. And then I'm just gonna bring it up here a little more. And I love how sun-kissed I look. Like I said, my favorite concealer at the moment is the Natasha Denona. So we're gonna go in back with her, and we're gonna do my under eyes. Okay, so the process that I do before I apply my concealer is I get my pressed powder and I put it in a little powder puff. I was like, what is this called? A powder puff. And my favorite pressed powder is the Charlotte Tilbury, and I use this to basically set my under eyes, and I use that first before I put on my setting powder. Or is it setting powder first and then press powder? Okay. We're going to try each or because right now I'm having like a brain fart. And we'll see which one looks better. Right? The test. Like I said, Natasha Denona. So we're going to go in and do a little triangle here. I want to be with you. Okay, and then I go at the end. So this is what I usually do. I kind of just do like a little triangle down here, and then I kind of just lift it up at the end. Now I'm gonna go in with my favorite concealer brush. It's the Real Techniques setting brush. I use this brush for setting powder and concealer, and you know, yeah, usually for that. So I'm gonna go in with this, and I'm gonna start from the bottom and go up. So I want to kind of like smoke it in all the way to the top. I'm gonna go in with the beauty blender, and I'm just gonna same thing, kind of buff it out. The setting powder. Guys, mind you, I don't do my makeup every day anymore. So I literally forget how to do my makeup sometimes. I hate the brows. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, but I'm gonna do the setting powder last. I mean, the pressed powder last, and then the setting powder first. First, let me blend this out. And this one is probably gonna look better because it had time to dry out a little. So like I said, we're gonna start from the bottom, move it up to the top. Now we're gonna go in with the powder brush, and okay, I don't know which side looks better. I feel like brightening wise, this one, and then like seamless wise, this one. So I currently don't know which one I end up liking, but I'll let you guys know. I feel like from far, I love this one. Like, this one doesn't look as good as this one. But I also said this is my good side, so. You know, you don't want it to be all up in your hair, but when I always say it doesn't look good when it's just a line in your hair. But I don't give a fuck at this point. Like, to be honest, I've been doing my makeup like that since forever. I've like tried to like kind of like okay, and this is basically what I do with the bronzer. Nothing really different. And then I go in with powder blush. Using the Charlotte Tilbury blush in the shade God knows what. This is her old blushes, but I love her. So now, to bring back the moisture after putting all that powder on my face, I use the One Size Powder Melt and I love her. I've been using her, and I just basically drench my face on your lashes. I know I honestly don't care, but you should care, because that fucks up your lashes. But I wash my lashes every day, so that's like my excuse. I wash my lashes every day. Like, at that point, fuck it. And I'm gonna put a whole bunch of other powders, I mean a whole bunch of other sprays. So, oh, I don't even know why the fuck I'm doing that if I was thing. But usually I would just spray myself. I mean, fan myself, but I fanned myself. But as you guys can tell, I kind of got the shine back. I got my glow back. So now I'm gonna go in with the Scandinavia. I'm gonna go in with the Scandinavia setting spray, and I love her. I'll cover my lashes a little. So now I forget that I have a fan. Okay. So after the setting spray, I go in and I kind of fan my face. And then usually if I want my makeup to last, especially in the summer, I'll go in with the One Size Sunscreen setting spray, just because it does what I need to do. And I actually ran out, and I was like, whoa, I need that again, because it was like the best invention he ever came up with, especially in the summer. It has sunscreen. We're just gonna let the air with all those setting sprays. And then now I usually, at this moment, while I'm secándome la cara, I go in and I want to usually do a cute lip combo. So let's figure out what lip combo I want to do. I definitely want something to complement the blush that I'm using, because she's definitely a moment. Especially with this blue top, I feel like I definitely want my lips to kind of give the blush that I'm using. So guys, this is the finished look, and as you guys can tell, skin is skinning. And I hope you guys loved this video. I hope it was informative as much as I can. I know that my makeup is pretty much the same, so I tried to add in things that I wasn't doing before, and I try to leave out the things that I was. So I tried my best. I hope you guys liked it. And if you guys want to see more of me, please comment down below what type of videos you guys would love for me to do for you guys. And also subscribe, because there will be more of me and you guys will be seeing more of me. So yeah, subscribe, like this video, and if you guys want to see more of me, follow me in all my socials, in Instagram, TikTok. That's usually the two ones I use, and then here. So yeah guys, bye.